For me, LSMT has always had a 70% bias towards singing. There are so many courses out there that are triple threat courses. And for us, I believe the singing voice is an expressive tool to convey stories. I believe LSMT is a great storytellers. I'm looking for a strong instrument. I'm looking for a voice that can sustain 8 shows a week and be robust and well trained. Within this building, there are 3 regular singing teachers. So a student here in a typical week will have 3.5 hours with Greg Davison and 3.5 hours with Abby Gilchrist. They are our key members of staff who push the voices in a really relevant way.
I trained as a classical singer, which was really amazing, and I also have a real sort of specialism in pop and belting, so I teach absolutely everything, and I really like everybody to be able to find their own authentic voice and then to be able to put all the different styles of singing onto that authentic voice so they've got their own unique sound.
My sound was not conventional, has never been conventional, will never be conventional, because I don't want to sound like anybody else.
They are completely open to bouncing between the techniques and the demands of current trends, the songs that the actors are working on.
Some people like the facts, the science, the maths, the information, and other people just like to kind of arrive at it in a much more organic way. So we try and, between the two of us, cover all that in term 1 and term 2.
I think Greg prepares you for any scenario in an audition. Like, you walk in, you're like, nothing you can say is going to faze me because I've already done it at this point.
You don't know what the lesson's going to be like as well before you walk in, but I love that so much.
We all talk to each other, so we're constantly identifying where people are on that journey and how we can adapt the class.
We can focus on whatever you need to do. So if you've come from more of a classical background before, then we can really work on your contemporary sound and finding your belt. And opposite way round, if you've only ever done any contemporary singing, then we can really help you find that more legit sound and be able to sing anything you want really, because we really want to give out to the profession really versatile singers who can cover all bases, because that's what's needed now.
Singing at LSMT was wonderful. I definitely learned a lot, because although I've always loved music and I've loved to sing, I didn't know all the technicalities about the voice.
My voice has just come on so much from when I started. It's unbelievable. For me, I can't believe it, really, if I think about it.
I came into LSMT thinking that I was quite a confident and strong singer, which I believe I was. But I was so surprised at how much I didn't know about proper vocal technique, how to sing actually in a healthy way.
From graduating, going into Les Mis, you know, that's a really big sing. And then Andras is a big sing, but Evita actually was the hardest. If I hadn't have got my vocal training at LSMT, I don't think I would have been able to sustain those jobs.
And then in term 3, there's a much more common use of language, trying to get them towards building up a repertoire, them as an artist, and what they're going to do when they leave here, basically.
We had a list of genres that we had to have a song for, and I had a whole 2-hour gig ready for anyone that wanted to hear it. Like, I was so prepared, and that's something that I was really not very good at, was kind of the musical theatre knowledge side of things, like songs that my casting is right for and stuff like that. So that really, really was good for me, all the rep classes.
Musical theatre covers so many genres, and your job as a professional in training is to be able to audition for Heathers one week and Carousel the next, and your rep needs to reflect that. The demand on actors now to sing more pop and rock is huge, and we have portfolio lessons to build the rep. The rep is the repertoire of audition songs that they can carry away when they leave this building. A natural flow of the singing in this building should be that the singing is worked on in their private lessons. How to sing it, how to create the sound, the placement side of singing. We have the wonderful Kerry Kuvas here, who does a lot of work on placement and how we create that sound. Then with those songs are taken into a portfolio setting where they're rehearsed. That is me giving students access to a pianist for half an hour a week to use as they wish, really. That could be running new material, it could be choosing new rep, it could be having piano parts recorded, but the portfolio sessions feed really well and culminating in a performance class which is all about the storytelling, joining up the beginning, middle and end of a song, and looking at the emotional arc and the story behind each song, which tends to be a lovely pattern of a Friday afternoon at LSMT, where we complete the journey, really.
I'll take my best memory still ever is Cynthia Erivo came to LSMT to do a workshop with us, and I sang for her and we both did like a riff off.
So yes, we have a huge variety of guest Friday afternoon performance class teachers who come into this building. Over the years we've had some pretty special people who've happened to be in the West End who've said, yeah, I'll come in on a Friday and I'll teach. I remember when Aaron Tveit came in, when Cynthia Erivo came in, and Michael Ball, and there's some amazing people who have graced these walls when they've been in the West End, and they're very welcome.
I feel like they arm you with all of the right tools to then go out there and, you know, ship you off and be like, you're ready, like, go out and do.
You want to work in the industry that you've been passionate about, your whole life, or even if it's for a short period, that's what you want. And that is possible in a year. And that's what we can do here. By identifying who you are and what you want to do and what you want to achieve, we can get you there.
How to love me.